Hey, did you know your child's behavior makes a lot more sense when you understand their nervous system? Yep. My name is Kat, and I'm that parenting coach. So let's talk about something that will completely change your parenting: regulation before behavior, connection before correction. Because here's the truth, my friends: when your child is dysregulated, they are not choosing their behavior. For real. Their stress response is activated. They're in their downstairs brain. The owl has flown away. That's the survival part of the brain in charge. The fight, flight, freeze response, sometimes even fawn if you go there, your stress response. And when a child is in that state, well, like we said, the thinking brain, the part responsible for logic, listening, problem solving, reasoning, following through with directions, is basically offline. Yep, no connection. So when we jump in with correction and say something like, go to your room, stop that, or what about, what is wrong with you? Right? We're talking to a brain that literally cannot hear us, cannot compute. And this is where I think a lot of parents and caregivers can get stuck because it feels like the behavior is the problem. Just fix the behavior. But it's not, my friends. No, not always. The behavior is just the messenger, the nervous system state that they're in. So instead of asking, how do I stop this behavior? We could reframe that and we can shift it to something that could say, what does my child's nervous system need right now? And let's take a deep breath in and out, because every breath counts, my friend. Do they need safety? Do they need connection? Do they need help calming their body? Because once their body settles and their brain comes back online, then, wow, that's when the learning happens. That's when the consequences land. That's when they can actually hear you. And that's when the correction works. Let's take a deep breath in and out, because every breath counts. Now, here's the part that I think no one really talks about enough. Your nervous system matters just as much, because if your child is escalated, and you meet them with your own frustration, anger, or urgency, stress, you're not calming the situation. Think mirror neurons, because you're actually joining into it, creating it. Dysregulation plus dysregulation equals escalation. But calm, my friend, is contagious. When you regulate yourself, and that's like take a deep breath in, you slow your breath, you soften your tone, you ground your body, maybe even hand on your chest. You become the safe place that their nervous system is desperately looking for. They'll connect to yours. And that is co-regulation. And over time, yes, over time, your calm becomes their calm. Yeah, it does take work, my friends. But you got this. So if you take one thing from this whole video, just let it be this. Your child doesn't need a better consequence. They need a regulated adult. And I'm here if that landed hard for you. Reach out in the comments. But when you understand that regulation first, that's regulation in you, that is going to make everything else more possible and manageable. Be sure to follow for more brain-based parenting tools, nervous system wisdom, because when you understand the brain and the nervous system, everything else really does start to make sense. Parenting was never meant to be done alone. So be sure to join our community and also check out our growing school community. Have a great day.